Let's talk about some pros and cons to purchasing a new construction home versus purchasing a resale home here around our area. We have so many options in new construction here in Forsyth County, but sometimes those options aren't as great as a resale property. So we're going to dig into that a little bit further to find out, is it right for you, new construction, or is it right for you, resale? Okay, so let's talk about 4 pros to buying new construction here around our area. Pro number 1 is the customization. Depending on what stage you get that home under contract in, it could be at the foundation stage, or it could already have the sheetrock in. You have the ability to customize that home as much or as little as you want to. So that's kind of nice. Number 2 is the modern features. We all watch HGTV and TLC and those home renovation shows. And so who doesn't want a nice, fresh, crisp home with those new, really cool amenities? I mean, smart homes these days, oh my gosh, you can do anything from your cell phone, and having that smart home capability in new construction is really worth it. The pro number 3 is that warranty. The builders will always provide a 1-year home warranty. Some builders will provide what they call a 2-10 warranty, which warrants certain parts of the new construction up to 10 years. But for 1 full year, the builder will typically warrant all of the craftsmanship and workmanship in that home. Number 4 for that pro is low maintenance. My gosh, guys, you're buying a house, brand new everything, brand new water heater, appliances, HVAC, roof, plumbing, everything is brand new. So the maintenance for that new construction home is going to be limited for at least the first 5 years. So those are 4 great new construction pros. Let's talk about some cons to purchasing new construction. Con number 1 is the cost. I often tell my clients it's like going into a store and picking something off the shelf and purchasing it. You have very little negotiations when you're negotiating the purchase price of a new construction. Now, one thing that builders will do is typically negotiate closing costs, maybe some incentives on giving you garage door openers or screens on the windows, things like that, but very few will negotiate the purchase price, and that's because they don't want to affect the appraisal of the comps that are in the area. So if you're going into a new construction home, make sure you're aware of that. Number 2 is the wait time. Very few new construction homes are ready to go that are not under contract. Most of those homes go under contract very quickly, but the wait time for new construction could be anywhere from 4 to 9 months, depending on the year, depending on the weather. Permits for the county do take some time. So you do have a much larger wait time for a new construction. And then the unknown of a neighborhood. That is the 3rd biggest con, is you don't really know how the neighborhood's going to pan out. You don't have those mature landscaping and trees like you do in a resale neighborhood. All right, let's talk pros and cons of a resale home. First of all, the pros for a resale home is number 1, the established neighborhood. The home is already there. The HOA is there if it's in an HOA community. The home has got lush, wonderful vegetation and trees. The home has been sitting on the lot and has already settled. That is a big pro to purchasing a resale home around our area. Not to mention the lot size, guys, are much larger when a resale home, especially here in our county and Forsyth County. We tend to see smaller lot lines with that new construction. So if you're wanting some more space between your neighbors, you're definitely going to want to go the resale route. Price negotiation is number 2 on my biggest reason for a resale, and that is because you can negotiate the price with the seller. Most sellers are willing to negotiate off the purchase price. They're also willing to give some in closing costs. Maybe the home needs some repairs. They're willing to negotiate that as well. Of course, number 3 is a quicker move-in date. So unlike new construction, those contract times for a resale are typically 30 to 45 days. So if you need something quick, resale is going to be the way to go. And then number 4 for your pro of a resale is that you already know the history on the house. So there's known issues. The seller is going to know that. The seller here in the state of Georgia fills out what's called a seller's property disclosure statement. That's everything that they know about the property since they have owned it. So if they had issues with the house in the last 5 to 10 years, they're going to tell you what those issues are. They're going to tell you how they managed those issues issues? What did they do to fix those issues? And so that is really a pro when it comes to purchasing a resale home. So let's talk about some cons here of that resale process. I have 3 cons for you when it comes to the resale cons in our area. Number 1 is the maintenance and upgrades. Of course, you're not going to have that new, fresh, crisp, new move-in ready home. You're going to have maintenance that you're going to have to do. You're going to need to make some updates as well. Number 2, limited customization because you're buying the house as is. Most of the time, the seller is not going to go in and paint the house what you want it or change out the flooring to what you want it. And so you're going to have to go in and customize that home once you have purchased the property. And then 3, the con with that is outdated features. As the opposite of new construction, the home that you're purchasing on the resale side, some of those features may not be so in style. Maybe you might find a telephone jack in a bedroom. Who knows? But it's got character. But when you're looking at a new construction home versus a resale home, a pro to a resale is you get real hardwoods versus a new construction home, you're getting luxury vinyl. Who wants luxury vinyl in that high price point? Especially here in our county, an average new construction home is probably going to cost you anywhere from $500,000 on up, and that's on the low side. So who wants luxury vinyl when you're dealing in that price point? I hope you found all this information helpful. That's my list of pros and cons for our area, resale versus new construction.